should come on is that one. It goes from El Arish, where the terminal is, over to Ashkelon in Israel. Very important one. And as we were discussing with Nisreen earlier, the one which supplies Jordan goes down to Aqaba first, the port city, and then up to the capital of Jordan, Amman. That line, though, from Egypt to Israel, to Ashkelon, and again, speaking to our correspondent in Egypt, it underlines a very important economic tie between these countries, and why, I guess, Israel's been looking at what's happening in Egypt and thinking, well, we'd really like to see some more stability than that.
Absolutely. In fact, you want to emphasize the importance of waiting to see who could be behind this attack, because when we talk about so many of the issues in Sinai, they cut across so many dimensions within the political landscape here in Egypt. On one hand, you have the tension between the Egyptian government and the Bedouin tribes of northern and southern Sinai. Now, that issue, that tension, really has to do more with socioeconomic tensions, because the Bedouins of northern and southern Sinai often complain of discrimination, lack of development. The state doesn't invest in infrastructure, education, or health services for them. So there's a real animosity between the state and the Bedouins towards particularly strategic projects such as this gas pipeline that sells gas to Israel and Jordan, as well as tourism infrastructure, which generates billions of dollars for the state annually, but little of it which actually trickles back to those communities. On the other hand, there's another important dimension which is more transnational between Egypt and Israel, in the sense that Israel has a very porous border with Egypt. There have been, over the last several years, thousands of African immigrants that have been trafficked through Sinai into Israel. There's also trafficking of drugs and weapons. So we know that there are international players that are involved in the Sinai Peninsula, many of them also relying on Bedouin tribes. But really the issue and the motivation behind the attack could have been by many other groups, and that's why it's important to see the motivations behind this particular attack.
All right, thanks to our correspondent, excuse me, on the line from Cairo there. These pictures just coming to us, sent in by a viewer actually, close to the gas terminal in El Arish, which was attacked, went up in flames quite spectacularly. You see they could be seen kilometres away from Gaza as well. We saw some shots earlier. And discussing there with our correspondent the potential economic impact of this, not just with Israel, but also with Jordan. Let's take